Good morning. The Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Wednesday, September 25th. No significant impacts today. The impacts the next 2 days will be one that will minimize fire activity. Some of our still marginally critically dry areas in the south will see some subtropical moisture push northward, so scattered showers and much higher humidity for southern Nevada, the Arizona Strip, and southern Utah. Continued scattered showers up in areas that already have moistened up quite a bit in the north. Then a strong cold front comes down towards the end of the week with widespread showers and probably some mountain snows across the higher terrain across much of Utah, and maybe even lingering up further north into Idaho and Montana over the weekend. No precipitation or lightning across the area yesterday. Initial attack light. New fire starts in the red, just a handful and mostly an acre or less. Precipitation over the past 7 and 14 days shows that there is persistent drying across the southern portion of Nevada, except the extreme south, and also across southern Utah, but some rain did move into the Arizona Strip over the last couple of days. They will be seeing some more in the next 48 hours, so we'll see our narrowing channel of areas that are still marginally dry. And you can see by the ERCs that we do have our still kind of a banana belt of 80th to 90th percentile ERC, some dry fuels across eastern and southern Utah and across parts of southern Nevada as well, although the extreme south did moisten up a bit. Otherwise, fuels slowly recovering. There are some small fires popping up in the grass or on some southern or western aspects up in southern Idaho, as is typical after you get several days of no rain, but they will be moistening back up as well. The northern periphery of the Great Basin, where it's still dry enough if things go right to get a large fire, or at least a low-end large fire, you can see some of these ERCs above normal and pushing the 85th percentile and actually pushing near record levels in parts of southeastern and southern Utah, but these ERCs will be coming down pretty significantly by the weekend. 10-hour fuels, still some critically dry ones in southern Nevada into the Arizona Strip and far southern Utah. Satellite imagery shows a cutoff low pressure area with some subtropical moisture, which will push northwards over the next day or two and give some more precipitation for our far southern areas. Elsewhere, high pressure trying to build in for most of the area, and will do so with some clearing skies today. But we see the development of a strong low pressure system with an associated cold front. This will be our weather maker as we go into the weekend. So without any further ado today, here's that high pressure ridge nosing in. You can see that it'll nose with drier air across the north and central areas, but there's that moisture knocking on our doorstep from the south as that low starts to track northwards. Our fire potential in the most dry areas here in the brown, but then very quickly going to moist. Got some wind issues from the northeast here across northern California. Relative humidity, 10 to 15% in our far southern areas. Otherwise, the oranges to yellows are anywhere from 15 to 25 or even 30%. Winds fairly light out of the north and northeast mostly. Now on Thursday, you see that green area of moisture pushing northwards into the Vegas area, maybe the Spring Mountains, through the Arizona Strip into far southern Utah. That will start moistening things up. These browns turn to yellow. Winds will be coming out of the south in those areas. Some gusty winds pushing into eastern Idaho and western Wyoming could gust over 40 miles per hour. Their humidity will be down around 25% or so, or 30%. Otherwise, notice the increasing humidities down south. These yellow to blues are relative humidity during the afternoon of 35 to 45%. The dry air shifts a bit further northwards. Now on Friday, strong cold front dropping down out of southern Canada, setting up a stalled cold front across parts of central Nevada and Utah. Along that front, rain and mountain snows will develop. A reinforcing shot of energy will push into the north. Notice many areas go into the green and just a few yellows through here. Strong winds coming out of the southwest. These will come mostly with moisture, higher humidity. 3-day precipitation totals. Notice some of those green shades of a tenth or quarter inch. Moving into southern Nevada, these blue areas of a half inch to an inch just south, and we'll see if that shifts any distance further northwards. Otherwise, precipitation starting to develop across Utah and Nevada with that next cold front very well defined here. Further down the road, Saturday, full-blown midwinter depth storm system. Some drier air punching in here. Most of the moisture and precipitation will be across far eastern Nevada, but mostly into the northern half of Utah, into western Wyoming, eastern Idaho, but higher humidity in all other areas, so fuels go green. And we're still under the influence of that low Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, with lots of moisture temperatures, 10 to 20 degrees cooler than normal. Precipitation here and clouds under the area of green, so no significant fire potential expected, although we will have drying conditions and strong winds down south, but they would have moistened up in the days previous. So the 7-day total precipitation, you can see that some of these dark green areas here, a quarter inch or more into far southern Nevada, into the Arizona Strip. Just a few areas of southeast Utah staying precipitation free but with higher humidity, and some of the desert areas of Nevada, but elsewhere everyone gets some good precipitation, especially across eastern Nevada, northern Utah. These light blue to purple shades indicate 1.25 to almost 2 inches of precipitation, and above 7,500 feet that could be significant accumulation of snow, and that goes up into western Wyoming and eastern Idaho as well. Mountains of central Idaho get another quarter or half inch. The Rubies get some along the I-80 corridor, so at this point looks like fire season is starting to really come to an end. The 6 to 10 day outlook shows much cooler than normal temperatures September 30th to October 1st, along with continued above normal precipitation. Afterwards, the 8 to 14 days shows the cooling, but it does show a drying trend from October 2nd through the 8th. This concludes our briefing. We'll continue these briefings through the end of this week. Then we'll go to smoke briefings on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Have a great day.